Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses for the continuation of our Thrawn's Revenge 3.5 preview playthrough as the Galactic Empire. In the last episode, we got to the edge of integration. We're getting there. Zinj, I think, has what, 6, maybe 7 planets right now, and also thank you, Ender Turtle, for subscribing. Very appreciated. But he just took Klaatuine, which is kind of annoying of him to do. But he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 planets left. We are about to take 1, maybe 2. So we're getting there, and then we also have Dasan and everyone coming up, which I'm not going to invade a planet with a bunch of bikes on there with a bunch of Jedi, but we're about to have our forces in position for the invasion, so I won't hold that up too much longer. Just want to quickly check everywhere else. I appreciate that, Ender Turtle. All right, let's get ready for this invasion, depending on where everything ends up. But an enemy fleet coming into Yavin could be an opportunity to do something. Okay, you know what? Let's just go. Because they might block that off. X1's defeated. That's interesting. Ariadu took Naboo and Mustafar. Ariadu, stop it. But yeah, so Taco was asking about traits and tiers and such. So we're redoing the way the tiers and traits work. You've seen the different tiers throughout this playthrough. Traits haven't been done yet, but the more we've talked about traits, the more it seemed like they may not survive in their old form, and instead might just get simplified. So rather than being characteristics in the same way as like the stat modifiers, that might go away. And then they'd have a different setup. There will still be some of the types of traits that we have for like economic purposes and such, but those might end up looking fairly different. Okay, this aggressor's the only one. I don't know if we're actually going to get any aggressors out of the integration once we get there, but I can train.
I copy. Yes, Commander. Bomber standing
by. When we were setting up the tiers and traits, the first thing I did was figure out how we'd assign the command tiers, and then NMS did a lot of the implementation of like specific, like doing the assignment of like applying the rules to the characters and then coding in the bonuses. And then the idea was that the next run through would be doing the tiers, or doing the traits rather, but they might not end up being super present. Like there's some elements that I do want to keep, particularly having a bit more variance within characters on the same tier, or a reason that like in some situations it'd be worth having a lower tier hero with a higher tier one, but probably a lot more simplified compared to like the multiple types of tiers and shit that we had, or of traits that we had before. Especially one of the reasons we redid the tiers and traits from what they were is that before, traits would make a character like significantly better or worse than what their tier suggested, and that's something we want to avoid. Like we still want it to be that you can, or we want it to be that you look at the tier and that gives you a reasonable idea of where they sit relative to each other, and then you have like a little bit of variance on top of that. So that's kind of the design goal. But Kiwi Nova is asking, other debate imported from Discord, do you think Star Wars right now is too glup shit-y? I know that it's always been a Star Wars thing, but I feel like to me sometimes it gets too repetitive with the crossovers. Not a Star Wars hater, I promise. It depends on what it is, and depends on like how far you're taking the glup shit-o definition. Because like Cobb Vanth being in The Mandalorian, he's a glup shit-o, but I think he was a good character in that show. But then you have like the Book of Boba Fett becoming the Mandalorian for 2 episodes, and then the Mandalorian and Grogu are like the biggest part of the finale. I think that's where it becomes a problem. Like, I don't have a huge problem with, like, Mandalorian Season 2 having Luke come in and do what he did. That was cool. But then you also have the... Luke came in and did what he did, and then it didn't matter because he was just, like, Grogu just was immediately back with Mando within, like, 2 days later.
Let's go.
Like, it was immediately back by, like, by television standards, because that was the next thing we saw, was them back together. But I like cameos, so I think they're fun. Like, I think with Star Wars you have to accept the type of entertainment you are watching, right? Like, that sometimes people make fun of Star Wars as the glup shit-o-y thing. Oh, Alora. The disciples of Ragnos are eager to work with you. Together we can achieve the resurrection of Lord Marco Ragnos himself and bring forth the final triumph of the Sith. Alora, come on down and join the raiding party. It is a real party.
Alora here.
Let's get over there. Well, even with Andor, I really like Andor. Andor is not, like, unglup-shit-o-fied. Like, it hasn't had the glup-shit-o characters, but, like, thanks to the prop department and stuff, there's plenty of little glup-shit-o-y Easter eggs where, like, you have Starkiller's armor in the background. But I don't think everything should, like, as much as I like Andor, I don't think everything should be like Andor. I'd like for everything to be at kind of the reception Andor has, but I don't think it requires being as quote-unquote good as Andor is for that to be possible.
Unit in production.
But I always think there's going to be pushback no matter what happens. Well, I don't know. Like, the only time I've ever been actively annoyed at Star Wars is Mandalorian Season 3. Ricardo's asking, I haven't played Empire at War for some time now. Is this version of the mod available? I really want to use the new ships, like the big ones, the Saracen. I think you mean the Saranin that we've been fighting?
Ready to pick up soldiers, sir.
So this version of the mod isn't available, but those ships have been in for a long time. So those are, if you play Zinj in the publicly available versions of the mod, then you will be able to play with them as well.
I copy.
If you mean the big mid-hangar section one that we've been seeing a lot of in this playthrough, in this stream, then you can certainly play with those as Mr. Zinj. Okay, these bikes are gonna be a problem.
As you wish.
Reporting. Heading out.
At your command.
So many bikes. Okay, drive over the bikes. Drive over the bikes. Drive over the bikes, and now drive away. You can actually drive over more bikes.
En route. Let's go.
Like, I don't even necessarily think that everything needs the writing quality of Andor. Like, I think Ahsoka is perfectly fine for there are things that I didn't like about the show, but I think, like, Star Wars on that level works as well. But I think you don't want too much of the same thing is the main thing. Like, sometimes simple lightsaber guys going at each other with lightsabers is all Star Wars needs to be. Especially because, like, the main audience is, and really always should be, children.
Welcome aboard, soldiers.
And you can have that without it being, like, super kiddified, but like the movies, I think, like, Ahsoka is, out of the show, is probably the, other than maybe
Juggernaut
Other than
ready.
maybe Book of Boba Fett
Reporting
is
in.
probably like the closest thing to what the Star Wars movies are.
Bombing run.
Heading out. Going. En route. Let's go. Keep going. This way.
Roger that. Keep going.
But anyway, I think we're through a lot of the initial
Constructing.
danger.
Form up.
There's still other other incoming dangers.
Ready.
Well, I think I can get these to support
Roger that.
you.
Troop carrier, ready to pick up
I
soldiers.
probably want some repairs once we get those guys in.
Awaiting your orders. This way.
Construction complete.
Walker moving to attack.
Bombers.
Copy.
Okay, stop on that.
Form up.
Lead on. Coming around.
Deploying troops.
Armed and ready. Armed and ready.
I copy.
Reporting in.
Well, that's the okay. That's not the best use of a bombing run against the tax agency, but we can repair this.
Station constructing.
And well, we're not really fighting that much.
Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Destination set. Proceeding. On my way.
Reporting.
Thrawn seems to make such illogical decisions in Ahsoka. Well, the only illogical decision that you can make is not liking this video and subscribing for more. So as long as Thrawn does that, I think he'll be fine. I need to pull in more of the datapad style plugs.
Zone ahead.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, I might take that War Thunder sponsorship I was offered. So
Attacking.
Yes.
I've got to do something.
Transport
We
here.
have
Heading out.
get out of here. There we go. Ran him over.
Blow them away.
There it was.
Ready and able. Ready and able.
We need more troopers like you.
Okay, we are probably not getting
Cut them off.
a landing zone.
Troop carrier awaiting orders.
Or the victory point, rather. We can try to go over and get the
Firing.
repair thing. Or get the... It's not a repair thing.
En route.
It's a hypervelocity gun. It's the opposite of repairs. It damages stuff.
Victory is
Never mind, we win.
grasp. System control achieved.
Okay, X1 is still dead. The bikes, yeah, we still don't want to go into the bikes with our heroes. Our big group of heroes. Do I have any ground units around here that I want to send in? Bill Bringy, you're still making new stuff.
At once.
At once. Get out of here. We need to take Sif Kree. New Republic to Klaatuine. New Republic to Klaatuine. New Republic to Klaatuine. I repeat. Ladies and gentlemen, we
Invasion
got him.
commencing.
I think we got this. We can finally integrate. 6. We'll be down to 5. Yeah, we just need to get those ones. And welcome to Killer Binge Raiders. Thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. We are on the brink of getting more Imperial allies to come and give me free stuff, which is really what life is about. And we're getting there by doing some cheap raiding with everyone's favorite space lizard, Desan.
Have you come seeking vengeance?
And I guess Space Goth as well.
The Force is not a shield to protect the useless. You desire this.
On our way, sir.
Come.
You guys are on capture duty. We'll just go straight for the structures with our Jedi.
Survive.
And who is this guy? Brazik? Yeah, it's Brazik.
Prepare the troops.
Brazik.
The Force will betray you.
I'm a little bit afraid of getting run at by a bunch of tanks, but I don't think the tanks are
Your orders?
the problem.
Heading out.
I don't think they have... Yeah, they don't have enough garrisons. They don't have enough structures. I'm not going to lose any heroes here. No matter what chat says.
You're not worth the effort it would take.
Ready
to
for
I will
strike
never
them
lose a hero.
down.
Squad advance.
Kiwi Nova says, is it me or does the New Republic feel kind of weak in point 4? I love Ariadu. But has there been talks of buffing them? I assume you mean them as New Republic, not Ariadu. So there's more chance to fight them. So
Loaded.
eventually the New Republic does tend to win. But if you start in Era 1, then Ariadu causes big problems for them. We've basically, every version has come with
Engaging target.
some adjustments to make Ariadu less likely to win than the New Republic. One of the things that Ariadu will do is like make attacks that are kind of a bad idea against the New Republic. But one of the tricky parts is that the Ariadu Authority has a bunch of SSDs, which can be tough to overcome and auto-resolve to like actually get them to kill them. And with the New Republic being more spread out, that's always going to be tougher for the AI. So there are some things that we want to do that can potentially mitigate issues the New Republic has with clearing them out. Part of it has to do with changing certain AI behaviors to make them just in general more willing to go after like the last part of a faction.
Admiral, join me.
Because once there's one planet left, say, for a faction, they are like they're usually more concentrated forces, and then the AI will usually prioritize other things over that. So, for example, having the AI prioritize more strongly going after the final planet for a faction. On the flip side, there's also things we want to do that would encourage consolidation of AI territory as well. So things that will make the AI, like make it so that when factions are losing, they end up doing things like legitimacy absorbing faster. But trying to put this in such a way that it makes the AI group up a bit better without making things easier on the player in all situations.
Don't make me chase you.
So yeah, without getting too specific on that, like it's difficult. There's not really anything you can do to just like buff a specific faction. It's not like their units are the problem. It's not like their actual stats are the problem. It's issues with the AI having a more spread out start versus a more concentrated one. So if you look at this game, for example, the New Republic is the strongest faction we are up against. They have almost 30% of galactic forces, but they're focusing in so many different directions. Like they've decided to attack Maldrude sometimes, they've decided to attack us sometimes. So making some changes so that the New Republic will focus on Ariadu until Ariadu just goes away is the kind of thing that we have played with in various ways and will continue to play with, and that will hopefully begin to help. Let's see. We also don't want to make it so that like you never actually fight Ariadu either, but where are we gonna go? So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that accurate? Is that a number of planets that is actually available? So that is inch down to, it says 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they actually took Nar Shaddaa back, that's why. Because they don't have Klaatuine anymore, New Republic took that. I don't like that they're hanging out over my planet this way either. Okay, let's get you over there.
Right away. Constructing.
What do we want to do about that? I guess we just want to send these guys back over, or we need to take Elam. Well, we need to take Elam either way. But what's on this one? Okay, that would be easier to take on ground. But I'd rather take that than...
Building started.
yeah, I think we can just attack Elam, normally. Standard attack style. That might end up being... That might end up being where Rancor base is. So I don't know, where did yeah, okay, so that's gonna come up. We'll kill you.
Battle imminent.
And then just go over here. Oh crap, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to move it the other way. Okay, well, if they're gonna go in, is there an interdictor? There's no interdictor. Let's just attack.
Right away.
It'll be fine. So we'll integrate 1, 2, 3, and I'll send the raiding party down to Nar Shaddaa again. Which means we'll be able to finish this episode with Zinj integrated. We'll be able to go to Dark Empire. We'll be able to build the Sovereign next time. Alright, it's not even a significant garrison, so we're good. We have Admonitor 2, we have our 2
Understood.
Venators, we have
Moving out.
Beldegrut. Do I have fighter support? Rose Talon, and
Destination confirmed. Awaiting orders.
Ready to update orders.
Awaiting your orders.
These are just regular super transport garrisons. I was thinking we had like a destroy convoy mission going on or something.
Charging generator.
Awaiting your command.
Getting a lock.
Destroyer ready.
I copy.
Alright, let's try to get up to these. Let's get the bombers back for the super transports.
So the primary
Awaiting instructions.
Reporting.
Because I do need to take out these dragons as well. Are they tending? Just fighter tending. Okay, that's fine.
Transmit orders.
Batteries online.
Okay, no, don't go forward. That is apparently hurting you very much.
Destroyer holding.
He's coming around.
We'll win this.
The dragons are threatening. You can't let the dragons do whatever they want.
Destroyer at station.
Okay, I probably need to start having this poor little tender come up a bit farther.
Our target priority is
Weapons
the laser
ready.
cannons.
Reporting.
Losing control.
Focus all firepower. Destroy those lasers.
Ready.
Target locked.
Locking on target.
Alright, that's...
Standing by.
You go there.
Attack.
Returning to your position.
The super transport garrisons are from the pirate base. They're not from his standard
Reporting in.
shipyards.
Target.
He's got the pirate refuge
Ready to update
built here.
orders. Adjusting course.
Roger that. Fire at ready for orders.
We're just getting...
What is your
There's
order?
a lot of fighters over here.
Yes, Commander.
Yes.
Coming around.
So we're probably losing the precursor.
Yes, Commander.
Hopefully we don't lose
Charging generator.
too much more.
That's got him.
Destroyer ready.
Pursuing enemy forces.
We've lost our turbo lasers.
Ready to command.
Okay, let's
Narrowing
once these
position.
fighters are down,
Copy.
Our engines are
Attack.
gone.
go over to the base.
Holding.
Under control.
Enemies in range. Get them off me.
Engaging the enemy.
Destroyer at station keeping.
Ready for your orders.
Watch your back.
I copy.
If / when you do your Hapen .5 playthrough, will we be allowed to make Dragon D's nuts jokes in this ship section? So
The engines.
Ready.
people can. That's on the line where I would allow it. I'd put it in, but I would probably have a short form that actually gets used rather than the full ship name when it's happening.
Excellent shot.
Confirmed.
So,
Target critical.
you know, I'd say it once and then
Destroyer standing by. Firing.
Falling out of formation.
Engaging.
I wouldn't necessarily say it every time.
We've got them on
Get behind
scopes.
them.
Closing on target.
And then it's just up to you to know that I am thinking about it at that point and decide if that's worth the sub money.
He won't be around much longer.
Charging generator.
Enemies in
I'll take
range.
care of this.
Okay, we
Destroyer
take this
ready.
out and then we just get to
Awaiting your orders. Awaiting your command.
Nar Shaddaa. It's possible someone else will take Nar Shaddaa
Your command. sir.
Draw their
Closing
fire.
on
before we get there.
Open fire.
Fire.
Attack that
Where
target.
are the others?
Commander. Attacking target.
Destroyer holding.
I'm under
You
attack.
guys good?
Coming around.
Probably shouldn't turn on power to weapons with that.
Losing power.
Destroyer
Get
to
forward.
Enemy
Our shields
forces.
are down. Roger that.
Taking
maneuvers.
fire.
Locking on.
Losing
sir.
control.
Enemies in
Coordinates
range.
received.
Get them off me.
Form up.
So we did lose the precursor, but I don't think we lost anything else.
ready to update orders. Destroyer.
Returning to your position.
We might get a Saran or two.
Will.
If we get a bunch of stuff on Slahiron and other southern planet, then we could use it for fun and games. Okay, that's going into there. So you guys have got to go down to Nar Shaddaa.
At once.
I mean, the camp. Don't do that.
Cruiser reporting.
Oh my god. Okay, need to practice. Okay. Now you go, and you leave. Commodore and camp. Okay, so they fought the Hapans. Guys, we've been through this. You're a different Mon Calamari from last time, but it's the same deal. But let's see. They have Stardogs. They have Nebulas now, though. Radis is here. They might have the Viscount somewhere. Need to just
On my way, sir.
get that invasion. Oh, this is where the other one is. 18. Okay, I unfortunately need to cancel those. But they're probably going to lose. They will lose. We have 260, they have 318. We have a hypervelocity gun. We have everything. When are we going to vote on the Patron exclusive campaign, and why are you choosing the CSA? So there will be the Patron exclusive campaign for all Twitch subs, channel members, and patrons to help pay for the basement. I did say on the
I copy. Let's move out.
mod poll,
All sections at your command,
my head just got really weird. Jesus. If I survive. I said on the mod poll that people could technically vote in text on any suggestions they have for which faction it should be. I'm probably going to choose Ariado or Maldrude. There were a lot of requests for Hapans and Empire of the Hand, but once there is like something to see with their new stuff, like I'm going to do a full preview playthrough with them. That's going to be like as soon as they're ready, they're happening. So I feel like people are asking for those because they want to see the new stuff, and
Plotting course.
I will show them as soon as the new stuff is showable.
Hypervelocity gun available.
Let's get the Liberator.
Hypervelocity cannon firing.
Like, I don't want to kill Akbar and Saw. I don't want to kill their stuff because I want them to kill Ariadu. Oh, someone clip that and send it to Bob. They played me.
All sections at your command, my lord.
All right, you're just gonna go in there.
Yes, my lord.
Form up.
Fire!
Copy.
You're supposed to go and kill Ariadu for me.
Stay in attack formation. That's it. Scratch one.
Can Radis get the MC85 upgrade?
Super Star Destroyer.
Porto did an MC85 texture, so there technically is the possibility for us to use an MC85 for something,
Star Destroyers
but
standing by.
it wouldn't really be Radis's flagship because it would like the Radis was called the Radis
Reporting.
because
Open
like bad,
fire.
not to spoil Rogue One, but he
What are your orders?
fell down and went boom.
Charge laser cannons.
Waiting orders.
All sections at your
Star
command.
Destroyer reporting in.
Computer online.
It was named after him because of a very unfortunate situation that he found himself in.
Carrot Commander here. All sections at your command, my
Getting a
lord.
losing control. Watch for enemy
Star
ships.
Destroyer ready.
Well, Sov, we're gonna be seeing some new commanders for the New Republic, I guess, after this.
All sections at your command,
It's like,
my lord.
it's two of the New Republic's very few Supreme Commanders.
Hypervelocity cannon firing.
One day, Liberator. You will pay.
Yes, Commander.
Yes, General.
Nowhere to run.
Or Sov.
He won't be around much longer.
I missed a...
Falling out of formation. Taking him out.
No good.
Falling out of formation.
After them.
Yes,
I missed
Commander.
again.
Nowhere to go.
Yes, General.
You know what? Fine.
Nowhere to go.
All sections at your command, my lord. Receiving.
Ready.
Trash
Headed
game.
your direction.
Command received.
Every developer of this mod should be shamed.
Star Destroyer
Stay in
ready.
attack formation.
Your orders, General.
Pursuing enemy
All sections
forces.
at your command, my
Target
lord.
critical.
Radis will return in
Returning to
Avengers
your
Endgame.
position.
Avengers Doomsday.
Won't be around much longer.
He was on the backs of one of those chairs.
Ready for
Let's
orders,
finish him.
Commander. Super Star Destroyer ready.
Like New Republic, they didn't get the memo that this episode was about something else entirely.
Fired will.
Bomber
All
standing
sections
You know
at
what?
your command, my lord.
Closing on target.
I could do much worse to you, New Republic.
I'm on
I
this
need
one.
you to attack Ariadu, though.
Engaging the enemy.
Unbelievable.
At once.
All right, we're getting Holy Diver back. I won't even queue up a second one there, because who knows? We'll get Barbecue Dorito. All right, let's go with this.
Invasion commencing.
To check if my hard drive is about to fill up or something. No, we're good.
Acknowledged.
All right.
Destination set.
Totally legally distinct from Blood Gulch map.
Moving to destination.
Tell all your friends this is not Blood Gulch.
Juggernaut ready.
We've located the enemy.
We get so 99% of the comments on the mod when it's seen out in the open, especially on like the Empire War subreddit,
Let's go.
are about the map Rogue did that looks like Isla Nubar. Isla Nubar.
Ready. Commencing attack.
Com channel open. I shall contact you when
Armed and ready.
Like once a week, there's a comment like, "Is that the thing from Jurassic Park?" And like, don't tell anyone.
Destination set.
Reporting in. What are your
Okay,
orders?
this is where we pull back.
Keep going.
Affirmative, sir. Cannons charged.
At your command. Keep going.
Keep running away.
able. I can get that.
Reporting.
Troop carrier awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders.
Well, that Juggernaut's probably not
Copy.
doing it. Okay.
I copy. Weapons armed.
Yes, Commander.
Get down there. Maybe more artillery will help. What if we need more artillery? No! None of that. Get out of there. There we go.
Reporting. Yes, sir. This way. Moving to attack.
The one that's straight up Corey's face. No, that's not mine. It's Thanos.
Board here.
AT-AT ready. Armored transport ready.
My face.
Copy. Commencing attack.
Transport ready.
The idea of someone looking at my face long enough to make a skirmish map that looks like it
Roger that.
might be the most uncomfortable possible thought in the world.
Form up. Open fire.
Ready. Acknowledged.
under Imperial control. I've got your six.
There was a skirmish map, a space skirmish map that was my logo.
Unit destroyed.
Thanks for following, Kid Boy. Welcome.
Awaiting your orders.
But, I mean, I know I haven't used face cam in a while, but,
Copy. Destination set.
I mean, my face does not look like my logo.
Bombing run available. Building started. We secured
I
the
copy.
pad.
Attack that target.
As far as I know.
We've lost the build pad.
Ready for duty. Reporting.
Stop there.
Yes, sir.
And, ooh, we can
Construction complete.
Proceeding to
not do that because I don't know where the power gen is. I think it's probably in here somewhere.
Ready for command.
Monkey Wizard's asking, if Petroglyph asked you to work on Empire War 2, would you accept?
Yes, command.
I mean, kind of depends on what work is. Like,
Under attack.
if they wanted
Reporting.
me and or other modders to, like, do the kind of testing that we've done for the patches, and, like, give feedback on that kind of stuff, sure. If it was them, like, offering me an actual job, then no.
Fire at will.
They'd be wrong to offer me a job. They shouldn't do that. They shouldn't hire me. But I don't really... The games industry is not an industry that I am
Ready. Attacking.
looking to get into. That's a good way to not have a job for long.
AT-AT ready.
So you finish the thing you're doing and then you're just gone.
Armored transport ready.
Like, maybe I'd be able to, like, get back to where I am with this job after a while, but
Reporting in.
that isn't a guarantee.
Roger that.
I mean, I know a YouTuber talking about job security being worse as a game dev is kind of funny, especially one that's got like 2 channels with 60,000 subscribers and that's it. Like that's the farthest thing from job security in the world. But still,
Awaiting your orders.
getting one game dev job that you know is going to end after a couple years and then just like, okay, bye. No. Scary.
Copy. Targeting.
I like my job now. I like this type of job in security more.
I copy. Firing.
Bombardment incoming.
Reporting. Target. acquired.
Especially with all the other little channels that I get to start and hope that I'll someday like work on.
Commencing attack.
That's the real reward. Or just post stuff on when it's fun.
Walker
That
moving
part's
to
the thing
attack.
too. Where are we getting other stuff from? Let's see.
Affirmative, sir. Yes, Commander.
We secured a build pad.
Okay, let's get repairs.
Constructing.
Affirmative.
Get you over to those repairs.
right away.
Victory is within our grasp.
There we go. Lost our IDT, that's why I couldn't find it. There's a lot more going on there than I'd hoped, but we pulled through. I think we can just go and defend Stenos on the ground now.
Moving to destination.
Right, Ariado to Kalarba. I don't like how many Ariados are taking too many things here. How are we actually sitting for legitimacy? We have 71%, so that's good. Okay, we need one more planet. Let's take that. Well, let's see how these guys do when we're over there.
Oh.
Then we'll start dealing with Maldrude. Rose can have advanced and barracks. Rivester. Owen. Alright. Over to Narshada. No, Zinj. My god. Don't take Klaatuine.
Cruiser
What are they at? Zinj has... Well, they have 5. No, that didn't update.
Star Destroyer
Oh,
reporting
that didn't pause properly. New Republic took... Was that just Eurychia that they took there? No, Typhera and Runa. They're gonna take Eurychia. So that was independent. They just killed Isard. They took this from Ariado. Alright.
Do you deem me weak-minded?
Mark of Ragnos will not be denied.
Okay, they do have a structure here still. Or again.
Oh, how I wish Katarn could see.
But I don't think they'll have
Feel your presence.
actual units here.
We've captured a
Like, I think the picture of raptors we saw... Never mind.
Congratulations. Excellent. Come.
moving out.
Deliver the Valley of the Jedi into our hands. You desire this? Come.
Okay, I guess I have to be a little
Jedi
careful.
will be wiped out.
Affirmative.
Go on.
Admiral,
Okay.
the Force
Kill.
will betray you
Slice.
to me.
Slice.
Prepare the troops. Stand and face me.
Go, little lizard man. Don't just
Wasted effort.
thrust at it.
What? What a
Thrust your force at it.
You hide
No.
like a coward. On the
Buddy,
contrary,
oh my god.
all too easy.
You had every opportunity.
Are you calling me weak?
Every single one.
Only cowards hide.
There we go. Okay, he's got it now. He'll figure it out.
Lead on. Copy that.
Perhaps your
Then you got... There we go.
party are
Is
stopped.
under Imperial control.
Welcome to the future. Where are you hiding, my friend?
Where... There... Okay.
You're not worth the effort
We-
it takes to strike
We get
down.
you. There we go. And now... Amino group unlocked? Okay, that's not the thing I actually wanted, but I mean it's still good.
In at once.
Because we'll have so many Jedi. Actually, kinda sick. We'll have like Starkiller. We'll have these 3 or these 2 Jedi. The other ones aren't Jedi. The other ones. So that's something. There's so much going on between the New Republic and Ariadu right now. So many Darksiders.
Vehicle in production.
You'd think we're putting together a bar. Okay. This should do it.
Invasion commencing.
No, what? They built another one. I swear to God. Is it a lifetime build limit of 2?
Contact Admiral Fire.
Since when?
I order you to come in at once. Join me. Prepare for processing.
It's not.
You desire this.
Building
The
under
weakling
construction.
Jedi who scorned me will soon be erased from history.
Huh.
Beginning
The
construction.
Force is not a shield to protect the useless. The strong survive.
Get that one too.
At once.
Moving out.
The enemy has been defeated.
Do I need to get a fleet all the way down here to...
System control achieved.
Okay. So...
Beginning construction. Building cancelled.
we have an SSD to kill. But I need to get over here somewhere. Somehow. Some way, some why. Are we going to have to integrate Maldrude first instead?
Constructing.
What I might be able to do is take these planets and then force them to retreat. No, because that doesn't force a retreat. That's not how that works. All right. Well, we're going to go vengeance hunting once again in the next episode. And that'll definitely be integration. For sure, for real. Otherwise, it's Maldrude. How far off are we from Maldrude? If I had to. They have 21 planets. 21 pilots. Like, they lost that. We're right on the planet requirements. I guess I should have noticed earlier that they got Sapphilor. But don't have fleets in here. They're gonna have an SSD on one of these planets, and we've got to get to it. But I don't want to, like, just dive through the galaxy with a fleet trying to find that. So we'll figure it out next time. That's going to do it for today, though. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you are enjoying the series so far as we someday get towards Dark Empire. Jesus Christ. All right. Bye, everyone.